I want to touch on this because I've had a handful of people say something like this, and they're doing it kindly. They're being very kind in their words. I just wanted to straighten out a thought process, if I could, please. So this is in regard to our daughter, Lily, not having a summer job between her sophomore year at UIC and her junior year, so this past summer. Lily has held a summer job every year that she has been able to since she was 16. And in her first 2 years at college, has held a job at school. When she came home for summer break this past summer, so summer of 25, she was applying. She had applied really early to try and get into the park district. She applied at some restaurants for some serving positions, even back at the old grocery store that she used to work at, and it just nothing materialized. The market just wasn't there, and it was very hard for Lily in many aspects because she had never gone a summer since she was 16 years old, not working, and she worked at school in college at school, but then is going to be on her summer break and like not working at all. And so I just wanted to clear up this thought process. It wasn't us giving her a break. I appreciate the kind words, but yeah, it wasn't like we've always said, work if you want to, don't work if you don't want to. It's not like we're charging our kids rent or making them pay for their cell phones or anything like that. And if we needed to help her in some way, shape, or form, we were ready to and able to, thankfully, be in a position to help her. But she also, all of the kids have a nice chunk of money from their aunt, unfortunately passed a couple of years ago. She had no kids, but she made sure that she set up the nieces and the nephews. And, you know, the younger kids, their money is tied up in funds that they can't touch until they're 18. But the adult children, they got their money. And so, you know, she has a significant chunk of money from her aunt that she could have leaned on for the summer. She could have leaned on us a little bit for some of her needs for the summer. But it wasn't us. It wasn't for us to give her a break. You know, it was for her to decide whether or not she wanted to continue to pound the pavement and look for some type of work, or just give up and just kind of take it easy. And at some point in time, I mean, summer break isn't forever, you know. So at some point in time, you go a month and a half into the summer break and you haven't found anything. It's like, if I find something now, I'm going to work a month and then I'm going back to school. So she ultimately did wind up taking a break. And I got to tell you something, I think it was good for her. She's been working every summer since 16. She's been working the last 2 school years at school. It wasn't necessarily a bad thing to just kind of... And I'm not saying that you're saying it's a bad thing. We're talking about it in general. You've been nothing but kind. I appreciate the kind words. But yeah, it wasn't a bad thing for her to just kind of go, yeah, you know what? I'm going to breathe a little bit this summer, because it's only going to get more intense in her junior. I mean, she's already shadowing teachers and observing hours at schools currently. And she's going to work next summer and then her senior year. And now she's 21, so she's going to be moving into some bartending work. And then when she graduates high school, you know, the hope is that college, the hope is that she then goes and gets a job and she wants to be a teacher in the Chicago public school system. And then she's just off and working, you know what I mean? So it wasn't necessarily a bad thing that she kind of took this summer to just maybe recharge a little bit, you know what I mean? But yeah, it wasn't like we make them work. They work if they want to. They don't work if they don't want to. It's entirely up to them. And I'm kind of glad that she got to relax a little